Hey friends, old Miss Marta here, a little older, a lot more gray, but still here and still missing you. Oh my gosh, I miss you. I miss those kids of yours. This is really the longest that I've ever gone without being around children, and it is crazy hard. Really, really hard for me. So I guess I know I'm still doing the right thing. But I wanted to just do this for you, for those of you who have not gone forward in the curriculum. This is something that I would normally do at the end of the spring semester to show you, what was coming and point the way, kind of give you a little commercial, but it just didn't feel right. It just did not feel right at all to be selling you anything in the spring in the place that all of us were at. But it does feel right today, and I want to do this so that you know what's coming, because it's very different than the rest of the curriculum. And also, I did not script this, so for those of you who know me, it's very possible I might A, talk way too much, or B, forget something that's very critical. But here we go. So all of the younger semesters of Kindermusik up until now are self-contained. Clearly, the more Kindermusik your child has, the better they are all the way around. But the last 2 years of the program cover the kindergarten year and the first grade year, and they're connected. It's a 4-semester, 2-year program. So it starts in the fall, and then there's a spring semester, and then next year, in their first grade year, it continues in the fall and a spring semester, and that's when they graduate from Kindermusik. So this is where everything points, my friends. Everything that we have done until now points to this, and it is so rich, it is so amazing, and it is also so counter-cultural, right? To ask for a 2-year commitment. To be clear, I'm not asking that of you now, but I just want you to know that's how it's structured. I don't want you to start unless you're sure you're going to finish. It wouldn't work. So this is called Kindermusik for the Young Child, and this year would be level 4, and then next year in their first grade year would be level 5. So the heart of Kindermusik that you have come to know and love is still there. It's still whole child, developmentally appropriate, joyful, movement, lovely memory making Kindermusik. So, and the process that we learn is still there. We first listen, then listen and sing, listen, sing, move, listen, sing, move, play an instrument. This year, listen, sing, move, play an instrument, add a musical game. And after that, this year, the component is then we read. They're actually going to learn notation. Yeah, they're going to read and write music in the most joyful way, right? We are going to play musical baseball. We are going to move first. Slow and sure is how I'm going to teach them notation. And the instrument that comes with these final 2 years of Kindermusik is a glockenspiel, and it is a pre-keyboard instrument. Let me see if I can show you. This is what it looks like. And this is made for us by Sonar, the premium company, and it's made in Germany. And the reason a glockenspiel is considered a pre-keyboard instrument is because of how those little eyes look down on it and see the orientation to the scale, the exact same as it is on a piano. So we're going to teach simple, singable songs on this glockenspiel over the next 2 years. And by the time they are sitting at a piano, their eyes are completely oriented to the scale. The first 2 notes that they are going to learn should be very familiar to you. C, A. And those notes have been going into their tonal memory for years. It's our time. Hello, how do you do? It's a very, very, very singable interval. Nani, nani, boo, boo, ding, dong. It's very singable, right? So those are the first 2 notes. And slow but sure, they are going to know the whole C major scale. fun. And so this year they'll also learn about composers, families of the orchestra, musical stories like opera, Peter and the Wolf. It is so rich. It is so rich. And then next year, they'll continue on the Glockenspiel in their first grade year, and they'll start that semester with an early string experience, a dulcimer, and that'll go along with a unit on Appalachian music. And then in the spring of their first grade year, they're going to get a recorder, and we're going to take these same simple songs and transfer them to a recorder and take a musical trip around the world, learning the musical songs and instruments and native dances of many cultures. It is the capstone. It's the capstone. So I just wanted you to know what the progression looked like for your child. And in my email, I'm going to outline, or have outlined, how I'm going to offer this fall. And in closing, for those of you who might be on the fence or just hadn't even considered this, I'm going to ask you a question that I used to ask many years ago. I took over the business 22 years ago. Kindermusik Northwest is 30 this fall. And way back when, I used to do a mandatory parent orientation for all new parents coming into Kindermusik because I wanted them to see the whole of the curriculum. I wanted them to see where we're going and why before they even hit their first class. And it was a lovely thing. We had a great time. I did my deal, and parents were like, wow, because it is wow. And it's not wow because of me. It is wow. It's the premier research-based music movement curriculum. And I started not being able to get away with that mandatory thing because people got busier and they started balking. And so I let it go many years ago. I regret that. I regret that because there's not enough time in a classroom with the children there, who are my primary focus when they're in my presence, to tell you everything. But this is the question that I used to end that parent orientation with. Ask yourself this: what are you doing today with your time and your resources and your family's energy to build into your child that will still benefit them when they're 12 and when they're 25 and when they're 40 and when they're 80? What are you building into them now that can still be part of them and still benefit their life, and they can still be actively involved in for their whole life? I mean, is it karate? Is it soccer? Is it gymnastics? Is it tennis? No offense meant to any of those wonderful activities. But what would it be that could still be with them? And you know what I'm going to say. It's music. It is music. It's music. And I don't know about you, but in this time where so many things have been taken away, so many freedoms, so many things that we just took for granted, so many things that I used to busy myself with, for me, there's been a general shifting and sorting of what's most important. A lot of parents have told me, man, we did all of these things, and the one thing they're asking for is music. And so I'm guessing that shifting has happened for your family. And I do think in the long run, it is good for all of us, right? It's been good for me, really good for me. There's things I don't miss and I'm never gonna give my time and energy to again. So I'm hoping if there's just one activity that is gonna bring you out of your house, that you're gonna choose music. I hope so. There's been so many times I've wanted to let go of this level just because I can't get parents to understand how really great it is. And because I have fewer and fewer children in this level. And frankly, it's way easier for me to sell a class for a 2-year-old. Everybody's looking for a class for a 2-year-old, but I won't do it. I I won't do it. I'm one of the last people in the country still doing this level. I won't let it go. That's how important I really believe it is for your child. So thank you for hanging in there with me for 10 full minutes. Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye. I am here for you. I would love to talk to you. I have missed talking to you. So I'm here. Call me if you have questions, and thanks for hanging in. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.